Marilo, we are stepping away from our usual programming today to bring you an urgent breaking news explainer. We've got a deeply tragic developing situation right here in our community. So if you live in or around the area, please pay close attention. We're going to break down exactly what we know so far about a truly devastating weekend incident at a local apartment complex.
We have to start with the heaviest, absolute most heartbreaking fact of this whole thing. We've lost 2 local teenagers to just senseless gun violence. These victims were just 16 and 17 years old. You know, our hearts completely go out to their families, but right now it's absolutely crucial we understand the full scale of what happened here so we can help authorities piece this puzzle together.
And honestly, the tragedy doesn't stop there. 10 other individuals were wounded in this exact same burst of violence. Now, as of right now, local authorities haven't released the current medical conditions for these 10 victims, but I mean, just think about the sheer number of people injured. It really underscores just how catastrophic this event truly was.
Okay, let's get into the breaking news details. The shooting went down at roughly 2 a.m. on Saturday at an apartment complex right near Interstate 40, about 6 miles west of downtown Amarillo.
So let's look at Saturday night's tragic timeline.
What's really crucial to understand here is that this didn't just spontaneously ignite out of nowhere at that complex. According to the ongoing police investigation, the individuals involved were actually at a totally different party earlier in the night. Well, they were asked to leave that initial gathering, and from there, they traveled over to the apartment complex near I-40, getting there right around 2 a.m. And sadly, that is where the shooting ultimately occurred.
Police have actually released some incredibly chilling details captured on surveillance footage. It shows 2 suspects just opening fire outside an apartment, and what follows is just yelling, screaming, and then, horrifyingly, even more gunshots ring out. It was a sudden, violent ambush, plain and simple.
To really grasp the severity of what happened at 2 a.m., we have to talk about the chaos at the scene.
Just listen to this first-hand account from a neighbor, Philip Thrasher. He told reporters, and I'm quoting here, "When I looked outside and came outside, it was complete chaos. I mean, there was kids running everywhere, just screaming and running." He goes on to say they didn't even know where they were running to, and then moms and dads showed up coming to their kids' rescues. He said the ones who couldn't find their kids were so upset and there was just nothing you could do. It is absolutely gut-wrenching. Just imagine the sheer panic of parents rushing into that scene in the dead of night.
But we can't just dwell on the tragedy today. We're pivoting to the suspects and the public appeal. The Amarillo Police Department is actively working this case, and they are directly asking for our help right now. So take a screenshot or grab a pen because here's exactly how you can pitch in. First, they need to identify the 2 suspects seen in that footage. Second, and this is where you really come in, if you live anywhere near that I-40 corridor, 6 miles west of downtown, go check your doorbell cameras around 2 a.m. on Saturday. And finally, review any other home surveillance footage for unusual activity. Seriously, even the smallest little detail could be the missing piece the police need.
To add some really vital context here, Police Chief Thomas Hover released a statement. He confirmed the suspects have an affiliation with the targeted location and were known to one of the occupants at the party. Now, this is an incredibly important detail for us. It clarifies for our community that this wasn't just some random act of violence. It was targeted.
Unfortunately, we do have to step back and connect this specific incident to our ongoing community safety concerns.
Because look at this number, 6. We have to remember the really heavy context our community is dealing with right now. On March 22nd, 6 people were killed in separate shootings right here in Amarillo. That recent, painful history is exactly why community vigilance and working with law enforcement are so absolutely crucial at this very moment.
And touching on that, Police Chief Hover actually confirmed that his department had already implemented increased patrol staffing following that wave of violence on March 22nd. So local law enforcement had already stepped up their presence, they recognized the persistent challenge out there, and yet this targeted tragedy still managed to unfold in the early hours of Saturday morning.
Which really leaves us with one final critical question today. How can our Amarillo community safely aid law enforcement to help prevent further local tragedies? I really want you to reflect on that. 2 young teenagers, 16 and 17, are gone. 10 others are wounded. Our police are asking us to check those cameras to report anything unusual. It is completely up to us to do our part to help heal and protect this city. So please, if you know anything, reach out to the Amarillo Police today. Stay safe out there, stay vigilant, and let's make sure we're looking out for